We're here at Selwyn Lake Lodge in northern Saskatchewan, home of some of the best deep lake fishing in the world. In the next 30 minutes, 5 contestants will battle it out for a brand new 2007 Toyota Tundra. Catch a big fish, win a big truck. It's Toyota's Call of the Tundra. Tucked away between the Saskatchewan and the Northwest Territory border is Selwyn Lake Lodge, a pristine, isolated fishing destination and site of the 2007 Toyota Call of the Tundra fishing contest. 5 contestants have answered the call, but only one will drive away the winner of a brand new 2007 Toyota Tundra. And now it's time to meet your anglers. Our first contestant is Chris Hansperger, a dentist from Saskatoon. He considers himself a novice fisher, but what he lacks in experience, he more than makes up in enthusiasm. From Calgary, Alberta is stay-at-home mom, Lauren Tockrick. Before today, Lauren has never fished in her life. Will beginner's luck be enough to win that new truck? Another Alberta native, Colleen Kerr, an application consultant from Camrose and 7 months pregnant. With the baby on the way, will Colleen have the stamina to endure the 2 days of competition? From Winnipeg, Manitoba is engineer Doug Taniguchi. Doug's laid-back persona may give him the advantage when it comes to pulling in the big fish. And Kevin Cresswell, a chiropractor from Edmonton, Alberta. He's been obsessed with winning the Tundra ever since he was shortlisted. Will his intensity pay off or weigh him down? Welcome, contestants, to Selwyn Lake Lodge. I'm Mike Lonsborough, and welcome to Toyota's Call of the Tundra Fishing Derby Contest. Should be great fun. Lots of luck to you guys. And the man who's going to make it happen for you is Mr. Dave Mercer, who can catch anything that swims. He's going to explain to you the rules and regulations which will help you survive and perhaps win that beautiful truck.
First of all, congratulations for making it this far. We're going to pair you with one of our professional guides. You're going to head out in the water. It's a 2-day competition limited to 4-hour sessions. One day you'll be fishing for lake trout, the next day you'll be fishing for northern pike. It's a total combined inches, so catch a bunch of fish and you might get yourself a big Tundra truck.
It's an early call as the sun rises on day 1. The air is cool with overcast skies. Good conditions for lake trout. The contestants begin their prep as they pair up with their pre-selected guides. For the next 4 hours, these seasoned fishermen will be the players' only support. They'll be responsible for creating a winning formula based on proper bait selection, locating the best fishing zones, and overall fishing technique.
Okay,
this is a hoot.
The teams quickly gel as they make last-minute preparations before trolling out to the starting line. Okay, contestants, day number 1. Here are some ground rules. We are looking for lake trout, and we're looking for combined total inches. And there is one stipulation: back to base camp after 4 hours, and if you're 15 minutes late, you are disqualified. So let's start the Toyota Call of the Tundra.
Go, 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 go!
So earlier this morning, they picked who's going to be the guide with what fisher. Now a guide can really make or break this competition, especially with an inexperienced fisher.
Definitely, and definitely on a day like today. This morning we went out, it was cloudy. It's a totally different day now. Sun's shining and fish react to situations like that. So you want to have a guide that knows how to change things up. Your guide might have got you 2 or 3 fish first thing in the morning, and if he doesn't change, he's not going to keep catching fish all day long.
Slow.
As Dave predicted, the sun breaks through and the fish respond.
All right.
After just 2 minutes into the competition, Lauren gets the first strike. It's fish on from there.
Rain on.
Pull them right there.
Oh, that's not bad. Whoa, don't! Ow! Ow! Oh, okay.
There's another one down there. Another qualifier. Back girl.
Snag. Keep him down.
I'm cool with that.
Whoa! Ah! Ow!
Take a nap after this one.
How big?
I felt like a dandy.
Which angler will take the early lead? We'll find out when Call of the Tundra returns. Four hours are up, putting an end to day one and a great day of trout fishing. As the players return back to the lodge, the guides hand in their final tallies. Well, we're halfway done. 4 hours of fishing for lake trout. Some interesting strategies. Your thoughts overall?
You know, the amazing thing was how quick all the teams worked together. When I mean a team, the guide and the angler, the competitor out there, they really gelled, and the guides were really working for them. And it's amazing how quick that 4 hours passes when you're fishing for a tundra.
Interesting different styles out there, different levels of expertise as far as the anglers go. The dark horse, maybe our pregnant woman, Colleen, she was doing great today.
Yeah, and I heard a rumor that she caught a big giant fish. So, and that's really going to bust it loose here. You get a lot of competitors who are catching some of those smaller lake trout, but somebody who can get one of those big giant ones, that really just bumps you up in the standings.
Lauren said she struggled a little bit. Chris said he was struggling a little bit. One guy that certainly caught our eye, and he was certainly working in conjunction with his guide, was Doug. And boy, when we watched him for a while, he seemed to find that hot little spot, and he was just pulling a lot in.
Yeah, and you know what? The biggest difference for Doug was his guide, Nick. Nick was on fire, and he was doing something a little different. He was throwing that boat in reverse, revving it up, boom, shooting it back. And so much so that I noticed that the team of Kevin and Manny, they started duplicating what they were doing. They started catching fish. So Nick definitely got onto something, and kudos to Manny for being smart and watching what his competitor was doing.
Doug, you're so laid back out there today. I wanted to shake you to make sure you're awake. You just pulled them in. You're just steady Eddie out there.
Well, it was so sunny and warm, I was almost falling asleep. I could have had a nap out there.
Well, talk about working with your guide. You and Nick really found a nice hole, and you had some really good strikes there for a while.
Yeah, no, he's an excellent guy. He's a sharp young man, and we just had a good chat about a few things every few minutes and refine what we were doing, and it seemed to work quite well for us.
Trolling worked for you guys, especially stopping and starting. It sure brought a lot of attention to the boat, didn't it, as far as fish goes?
Yeah, it worked really well, and that's Nick's technique that he's developed, so we were using that a fair bit every run or so. We'd try that, and whenever we saw a few fish showing on the locator, and it seemed to work half the time.
Now you go pike fishing tomorrow. What's your strategy?
Oh boy, we haven't even tried pike fishing yet, so I guess we'll do that this afternoon and see what we can come up with. And so I'm not sure yet, but I hear there's lots of them out there, so it's not going to be too tough to get them, I think. It should be fun.
Well, Chris, let's talk about day number one for you. You had some slow moments, and now you have to look at pike fishing tomorrow to catch up.
Yeah, you got that right. Got some catch up tomorrow. Yeah, it was a bit slow for the Lakers for me today, but managed to boat a couple, but I wouldn't mind tying it a few more. But tomorrow's another day, so the pike should be good tomorrow, hopefully.
I love your attitude out there. You're always smiling, you're always having fun. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, it's been a lot of fun so far.
You're the sleeper here because yesterday at the practice round, you pulled out the biggest fish of anybody. And you had a great day catching trout today. So how do you feel going into the final day?
I think very good. We had a good day today and hopefully tomorrow turns out well as well.
How are you doing out there?
Doing good. Doing really good. Yep. Losing more than I'm catching.
But you had a fish on your line in less than 2 minutes when you got up there today.
I did. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I didn't reel it in properly, I'm told, so we lost it.
What's the biggest thing you've learned as far as fishing out here from your guide and everybody today?
Sense of feel, that you really have to feel when the fish is on there and know when to start reeling it in.
Final day coming up. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to have to get a lot of pike tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yep. Big ones.
What about your strategy for tomorrow as you look at pike fishing?
Same scenario, actually. Just trying to keep that lure in the water as much as I can. I'm pretty good with casting, so I'm looking forward to that part of it. Hitting the shore, hopefully I don't hang up in the rocks or into the trees, stuff like that. Because I like to cast right close and almost hit it. Something's falling into the water. So, doing the retrieve and basically following the guide.
10 feet to the right. 10 feet to the right. You got it, boss.
The guide tells me stand up, I stand up. Sit down, I'll sit down. Whatever he says, because they're the experts.
So at the end of day one, here are the standings. Chris sits in last place with 42.5 inches. Lauren, 44.5. Kevin's looking good with 188. Doug at 297. And in the top spot, Colleen with 347.5 total inches. With one more day to go, it's still anyone's game. Coming up next, day 2 and pike fishing. The weather heats up, but how will the fish react?
He bit it.
Find out when we return with more Call of the Tundra. Day 2, and the players are ready for their final day of pike fishing. A chance to make up for some lost ground. Last day of the Derby and we're looking for pike. This is where you can really make up some lost ground, you know, a couple of big strikes and you can put a lot of inches on your record.
Yeah, that's definitely the really cool thing about this competition. A lot of times you're fishing for one species, and the problem with the lake trout is as they get bigger, they start to grow this way. But pike, I mean, they're long, skinny fish, and you can get incredibly long fish. This lodge, 4 fish over 50 inches have been caught already this year, so you can make up ground in a hurry catching these big gators.
But it's slow, very slow. And worse, the pike hover around the boats, not taking the bait. A lot of our contestants are frustrated because they can throw the line in and they can see the fish playing with it, but they're not biting.
Oh, and pike are the worst for that, Mike. A lot of times they'll just look at that bait and they won't eat it. One thing to remember when you're pike fishing, you can bother a pike into hitting. Pike is very different than you. Like if I keep pushing you like this, sooner or later, you're gonna hit me, right? Well, a pike won't do that. A pike, what's it gonna do? It's gonna bite it and you're gonna catch that fish. You actually bother fish into biting.
Oh, easy, easy, relax.
Dave's analysis proves right, as the guides change strategies and adjust to the conditions. The plan begins to pay off. As the final minutes count down, the players make their way back home, each fully aware that missing the deadline will result in instant disqualification. Well, day number 2. Colleen is first to arrive,
Good, I think we caught a few.
followed by Chris.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, Dave.
How was your day?
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Then Doug. And a few seconds later, Lauren makes it home in time. With only 30 seconds left and risking disqualification, Kevin and his guide Mike are finally spotted.
Yeah, I'm ready to have a heart attack.
3, 2, 1.
I'm on the dock!
It's a close call and a huge gamble, but will it pay off? One last time, the guides make their way to the Toyota Tundra tackle box to drop off the final tallies that will determine the overall winner. Day number 2, it was pike fishing. Some people struggled early. Later, some of those contestants had those fish jump right into the boat.
Well, you know what? All the scores are sealed in the tackle box. We don't know who's going to win, but one thing I do know is a lot of stuff's going to move around today. Pike was the wild card. We knew it. You had to cast. Accuracy came into play. I can't wait to find out who won that brand new Tundra.
Final thoughts from our 5 contestants.
Probably did okay today, but they weren't that biting that hard in the areas that we were at, and we missed a few. But so it depends on how the others did. I think from what I heard, some of the others did fairly well. So it'll be an interesting count tomorrow.
You made it back at the deadline with 5 seconds to spare, and we saw you flopping on the deck like a fish. Did you think that you weren't going to get back in time?
I was concerned when we were, it's the old story, you know, you're into it and you see the fish in front of your face and you look at your watch and say, dude, I want to go for this. Okay, let's go for one more. And then Mike's getting ready to turn the boat around and get out of there and say, okay, we're out of here. So we're going, but we're not going fast because we're in an area that's got a lot of rocks, a lot of shelves. He's got to have the boat, you know, the motor up high, and he can't really give it. So I'm thinking, you know, dude, we got to get back. It's going to be like, we got 14 minutes, 13 minutes type thing. He said, don't worry about it. I said, no, my time. He's kept asking me how long. I says, well, we got like 8 minutes, well, 5 minutes. And we're coming in here, of course, and we're just about to the dock, and Mike, you know, screws around with my brain a little bit and slows down. I'm thinking, ram the dock, get me onto the dock, eh? So, of course, when we got there, I just peeled off the boat and rolled onto it so I could be officially here.
Well, it started off good. You know, we found a nice hole right off the bat and seemed to hook into one a good size one right off the start. And then it kind of went dead. And then we found another bay, and there was just lots of pike laying there, and we were throwing the bait right in front of them, and we were using kind of a shad body, and it would follow the lure right to the boat and then just veer off as soon as it saw the boat, about half a dozen times. And then we had a good size one on there and just couldn't hook up. It was on for a bit and then it got off, so that was frustrating, but just kept on going and keep on chucking it out there.
Well, I'm worried. I'm very nervous because, I mean, they've all fished before and they've got lots of fishing experience, so I'm up against some heavy competition.
Were you intimidated at all?
Absolutely. Yep, the whole time. Still am.
Now we've had a chance to kind of think back about the competition. What are your thoughts?
I think we did pretty well. It's hard to tell because I did as good as I thought I did, and who knows how the other contestants did as well.
Do you think you won in your heart? Does it tell you you've won?
I don't know.
You've had a great day the first day, so you had, you know.
We had good fishing on the 2 days, so hopefully it works out.
Time is running out. What time is it?
Who will be the winner of the brand new 2007 Toyota Tundra? The final tally and presentation when Call of the Tundra returns. It's been an intense weekend at Selwyn Lake Lodge. For the past 2 days, each contestant has had to overcome inexperience and learn what it takes to be a deep lake fisher. But in the end, they'll leave Selwyn Lake with fond memories, new friendships, and maybe a brand new truck. The final numbers have been tabulated, and the contestants are grouped together for one last time. Well, it's that time we're waiting for to find out who will be the grand prize winner and drive away the Toyota Tundra. Second place, that Yamaha all-terrain vehicle. Lauren, kind of a slow start at first, but then on the pike day you came up and you made some very nice catches and some impressive numbers. Kevin, strong start. Perhaps your strength was the pike fishing. Chris, slow start with the trout.
You bet.
Trout weren't biting for you, but
No.
the pike did.
Yeah.
That's all counts. And then there's Doug, Mr. Consistency. Strong at the start, strong at the finish.
That's not bad.
Way to go, Brad.
Way to go, Brad.
And Colleen, even in practice, you were impressive. Great numbers, though, at the start, stronger numbers at the finish.
Oh, for the weed. Nice fish.
And now, with our final tallies, here's our fishing expert, Mr. Dave Mercer.
Wow, what can I say? What an outstanding week at Selwyn Lake Lodge. The fishing was phenomenal. But in every contest, there has to be a winner. And our two finalists are sealed right here in the Toyota Tundra tackle box. Who will be getting the brand new 2007 Toyota Tundra? And who will be getting the Yamaha ATV?
Okay, our second place finisher had an accumulated total of 673.5 inches. First place, a whopping 968 inches. Colleen, you're the runner-up. You win the Yamaha all-terrain vehicle.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Very nice.
So that means the winner of the brand new 2007 Toyota Tundra, Kevin. Congratulations. Kevin Cresswell of Edmonton, Alberta. Great numbers on day one. But it was day two that really turned this contest around. In just 4 hours, Kevin landed almost 30 pike for a total of 780 inches. Add that to the first day numbers, and Kevin had a 2-day total of 968 inches. Congratulations again going out to Kevin, and thanks for watching Toyota's Call of the Tundra. On behalf of all the contestants, my buddy Dave Mercer, and Toyota, I'm Mike Lonsborough. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Kevin Olfert from Toyota Canada. On behalf of Toyota and its Prairie Zone dealers, I want to thank Dave and Mike, our hosts. I want to thank Selwyn Lake Lodge and also our friends at Global Television. If you like what you saw in the last half hour, you're going to want to run into your Toyota dealership in between October 15th and December 30th because we're going to run this contest all over again. And remember, catch big fish and you're going to win a big truck. Thanks again.